suppose I should work on this big freaking hill. Should add some plaster and some goop to it so that it doesn't look so ugly. Maybe I'll do that. I want to, like I said, stick a bunch of stuff into it. Oh yeah, geez, that's where I was starting today, was coming up with something to make these I-beams with. I did find some more onion bag. I don't know if I showed you this. It's purple. That's cool. But it's the right size. It's the same size as that white stuff that I used out there. It's the exact same size, just purple. So I'm going to cut strips of it and have, you know, a little bit of it leaning over. I was thinking, especially like by the entrances, like around here, they what do they call it, rock scaling. You know, they go up and they drill holes and they tie the cliffs together, so that, you know, rocks don't tumble down on, you know, the roads and stuff like that, So lots of times they'll have thick chain link fence pieces hanging off the cliffs, you know, and then all wired together so that if rocks do roll off, they roll off and they stay in behind the chain link fence. Fire truck just went by. No lights going, so nothing's burning, I guess. So I might do that too, but there isn't really a heck of a lot of it. If I find some more, I will. So if you cut them 2 inches wide, that's about a 10-foot high chunk of chain link, which looks fine. And then to stick them together, like sew them together, like with the wire and stuff, just use a needle and thread and some really thick string, and, you know, and sew through it. Because when you spray paint it, all that stuff is going to get coated with paint and stuff, and it'll be all stuck together. It'll look like a wire through there. It'll be fine, Just sew it through with a needle and thread. At least that's what I'm going to do. I may use some of this fine telephone wire stuff that I keep yapping about. Show you enough look close of a whack of it, you know, this stuff. Anyways, if you go talk to a telephone repairman guy, you'll get, you know, he'll hand you a bunch of this stuff, because it's, I mean, even with the price of copper, there's not a heck of a lot of copper in that stuff. It's pretty fine wire, Oh well. That's the nice thing about a $5 hard bake. Nice thing about working outside. You can be messy. Yeah. Anyways, there's some musical interlude for the evening. Still not dry. You know, the plaster stuff, it gets wet and it absorbs the water, and even though the top is dry, the plaster stuff isn't. Okay. So that's why I say you almost have to let this shit dry overnight, That's the whole problem. It doesn't matter how big it is, you know. It doesn't take long to paint it, but man, it's a drying overnight. I take it. Let me zoom in here. I should edit this shit. Just don't listen to me ranting all the time. It's these black lines that were being referenced where it looks kind of funny. But then this isn't, you know, I mean, this has only gotten the one coat of stuff on it, right? Now, this is the one where I put paint on this side. This is the side that it was actually sort of a thickish paint-ish wash. Okay, and this is the complete wash side. Okay, you can see that's still pretty blackish, but it's, you know, the gray inside, or the black lines inside, have softened. Like you can see from there, that's where it's kind of basically like dry brushed on top, and there, you know, and see it's very black inside. Okay, so I think that's all it is you really kind of need to do you know, a couple washes, varying degrees washes before you put that on. Either that, or you could do a wash after. Where's my paintbrush? Hey, where'd everybody go? Okay, I'm just going to do another wash on this one side. I'll do a wash on both sides. Just a minute. Okay. Did it just on the black side though. Brown is, well, it's light enough as is. Okay, let that dry. You can sit there with a whole palette of various different colors and dry brush each of these and make them like various stones, like pick 5 or 6 different colors, you know, and alternate them, eh? Looks pretty good. Well, like here, this is a miniature version of what I'm talking about, you know. I think there's 4 different colors. 4 different colors on this one. That looks, I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.